Greetings. Helen, Georgia is one of the most unexpected gems in the South, where alpine architecture, mountain adventures, and Bavarian flavors all come together in one small but unforgettable town. Be sure to stay till the very end, as we've included 2 fun facts at unexpected moments, and one of them reveals how a single bold decision completely changed Helen's future. Let's get started. Tubing down the Chattahoochee River is pure fun, and it kicks off right in the middle of town. You'll float past alpine-style buildings, laughing families, and even a few curious ducks, while enjoying one of the most laid-back activities in North Georgia. Local outfitters like Cool River and Helen Tubing make it simple, offering shuttle rides and all the gear you need. Depending on water levels, the float usually takes between 1 and 2 hours. Most of the ride is peaceful, but don't be surprised by a few splashy moments when you hit a small set of rapids. The river is shallow, clear, and perfect for cooling off, especially when temperatures spike. You'll see groups linking up to drift together, folks towing coolers, and lots of people just kicking back. It's accessible, affordable, and doesn't require any experience. Just bring sunscreen and a good mood. Tubing isn't just an activity in Helen, it's a tradition. When you need a break from exploring, step inside Hofer's for something sweet, warm, and straight out of Germany. This bakery and cafe feels like it was plucked from a small European town, with the smell of fresh baked bread and pastries hitting you the second you walk in. The lineup here includes strudels, danishes, pretzels, and cakes that are made from scratch with old-world recipes. Their apple strudel is a favorite. The pastry is crisp and golden on the outside with warm, spiced apples inside. You'll also find traditional items like black forest cake, bee sting cake, and giant cream puffs that are big enough to share. They also have a deli that serves German-style sandwiches on house-baked bread, perfect if you want something more filling. There's limited seating indoors and a few tables out front where you can sit and people watch as horse carriages pass by. It's a great spot to start your morning or take an afternoon break. Hofer's draws both locals and travelers for a reason. The food, the setting, and the atmosphere all deliver. If you're enjoying the video so far, could you do me a quick favor? It takes just a second, and it genuinely helps us keep making videos you'll love. Tap the like button, share the video, or join our community by subscribing. Also, let me know in the comments below what destination you'd like featured next. Your idea could become our next video. Thanks, I really appreciate your support. Tucked away in the Chattahoochee National Forest, Anna Ruby Falls delivers a big reward with very little effort. The twin waterfalls are fed by 2 creeks that merge into one, cascading down a rocky cliff surrounded by dense trees and moss-covered boulders. It's one of the most photogenic spots in the region and a peaceful break from the busier parts of town. The trail to the falls is paved in less than half a mile each way. It's short enough for families, but still feels like a true escape into nature. Along the way, you'll pass rushing streams, cool pockets of shade, and benches where you can stop and take in the view. At the base of the falls, there are platforms set up for photos and quiet reflection. You'll hear the roar of the water long before you see it. Keep an eye out for local wildlife too, especially birds and butterflies that thrive in the cool mist. This is one of those places that feels good for the soul. It's calm, beautiful, and easy to reach. If you're looking for something that gets your heart racing, this is where to find it. The Georgia Mountain Coaster is the first alpine coaster in the state, and it's one of the most exciting ways to see Helen from a different angle. You'll twist and turn through the trees, dropping down hills and flying around curves with the wind in your face. Each cart is built for 1 or 2 riders, and you control the speed using handbrakes. You can take it slow and scenic or let it rip and hit top speeds around 30 miles per hour. The entire ride lasts just a few minutes, but the rush will stick with you much longer. This isn't a huge roller coaster with loops and drops. It's low to the ground, built into the natural terrain, and gives you a ride that's thrilling without being overwhelming. It's especially popular with couples, families, and anyone wanting to do something a little different in Helen. Daytime rides are great for the view, but try it at night when the track is lit up. It's a totally different experience. One of the best parts of visiting Helen is diving into the rich flavors of traditional German food. From bratwurst and sauerkraut to schnitzel and spätzle, the town is full of spots that serve hearty, comforting meals straight from the old country. You'll find restaurants with wood-paneled interiors, beer steins on the walls, and menus that stick to authentic recipes. Schnitzel is a standout in most places, usually served breaded and pan-fried with warm potato salad or red cabbage on the side. Bratwurst plates, pork shanks, and sauerbraten are also common, often paired with freshly baked bread and imported mustard. If you're new to German food, many places also offer sampler platters so you can try a little bit of everything. Popular spots like the Heidelberg and Bodensee are great examples of where to start. Both offer a cozy setting and stick closely to the traditional dishes that helped shape Helen's reputation. Some restaurants even feature live accordion music or staff dressed in traditional outfits to round out the experience. German cuisine in Helen is more than just a meal. It's one of the town's defining traditions. And now for the first bonus fun fact. Helen didn't start out looking anything like it does today. Back in the late 1960s, it was just another struggling mountain town with a history in logging and little to attract tourists. Facing a slow economy and fading interest, a group of local business leaders came together with a wild idea: completely redesign the town in the style of a Bavarian alpine village. They brought in a local artist with German heritage to draw up the plans, and by 1970, the transformation had begun. Buildings were remodeled with timbered facades, colorful shutters, and steep-pitched roofs. Even new construction had to follow the same architectural guidelines. It wasn't just cosmetic. The entire town leaned into the new identity, from food and festivals to signage and uniforms. The gamble worked. Helen went from overlooked to unforgettable, and it's now one of the most visited small towns in the Southeast. Downtown Helen looks like it belongs in the middle of the Alps, not the North Georgia mountains. The buildings are styled with colorful facades, wooden balconies, and steep rooftops that give the whole area a Bavarian village feel. It's compact and easy to walk, with something interesting around every corner. Shops here range from quirky souvenir spots to specialty stores selling handmade fudge, local honey, Christmas ornaments, and imported goods from Germany. You'll find boutiques with candles, leather goods, toys, and even old-fashioned candy stores with barrels of sweets. It's the kind of place where browsing feels like part of the fun. There are plenty of outdoor patios, ice cream stands, and places to grab a pretzel or sausage on the go. Horse-drawn carriages add a fairy tale touch as they clip-clop through the streets. Live music, especially on weekends, brings even more life to the area. Downtown Helen is more than just a scenic backdrop. It's the heart of the experience, where food, culture, and fun all come together in one walkable place. North Georgia is wine country, and Helen sits right in the middle of it. If you enjoy relaxing with a glass of something smooth and local, there are several great places to explore nearby. One of the most popular is Habersham Winery, just a few minutes from downtown. It's been producing award-winning wines since the 1980s and offers daily tastings in a relaxed, no-pressure setting. You'll find a variety of reds, whites, and sweet blends made from Georgia-grown grapes. Staff are friendly and happy to walk you through the tasting, offering insights into each wine and how it's made. The setting is rustic and welcoming, with wine barrels, regional gifts, and a beautiful patio area for sipping and taking it all in. If you want to go beyond just one stop, Helen is surrounded by small wineries and tasting rooms that make up part of the Unicoi wine trail. Each one has its own style, flavors, and scenery. Wine tasting in this area is about more than the drink. It's about slowing down and enjoying the view. Just a few minutes from downtown Helen, Unicoi State Park offers a big dose of outdoor adventure with something for just about everyone. It's one of the most visited parks in Georgia, and once you're inside, it's easy to see why. There's a peaceful lake, wooded hiking trails, picnic spots, and even a beach area for swimming in the warmer months. The trails range from short and easy walks to more rugged hikes that take you deeper into the forest. You can rent a paddleboard or kayak and glide across the lake, or bring your fishing gear and cast a line from the shore. There are zip lines and aerial adventure courses for thrill seekers, and bike rentals if you'd rather explore on wheels. Unicoi is also a great place to spot wildlife like deer, herons, and even the occasional black bear from a safe distance. If you want to extend your visit, the park offers cabins, campsites, and a lodge right on site. It's a peaceful, scenic escape that's close enough to town but feels like a world away. Time for our second bonus fun fact. Helen has fewer than 600 full-time residents, but welcomes over 2 million visitors a year. That means, during peak seasons, the number of tourists can outnumber locals by several thousand to one. It's a dramatic contrast that makes Helen feel like a major destination, even though it's technically one of the smallest cities in Georgia by population. What's even more impressive is how the town handles it. Despite its size, Helen has built up the infrastructure to host major festivals, support busy weekends, and keep the downtown area walkable and clean. It's a small town with big city hospitality, all wrapped in alpine charm. If you're up for a challenge with serious payoff, the Yonah Mountain Trail is where you'll find it. This hike is not for the casual stroller. It's about 4.5 miles round trip and includes some steep climbs, rocky sections, and uneven terrain. But once you reach the summit, the views are absolutely worth it. From the top, you'll get sweeping panoramas of the North Georgia mountains, stretching out in every direction. It's a favorite among photographers, day hikers, and even rock climbers who scale the cliff faces below. There's a large open rock outcrop at the summit that's perfect for a snack break, photo session, or just sitting quietly and taking it all in. The trail's well marked and gets busy on weekends, so starting early is a good idea. Bring plenty of water, wear sturdy shoes, and be prepared for a solid workout. You'll gain over 1,400 feet in elevation along the way. For those who make the climb, Yonah delivers one of the best views in all of North Georgia. It's a true summit experience. Oktoberfest is the biggest event of the year in Helen, and it transforms the entire town into a non-stop celebration. Running from mid-September through the end of October, This festival brings together everything people love about German culture: lively music, traditional dancing, hearty food, and of course beer served in giant steins. The Festhalle is the main hub for the event. It's where you'll find polka bands playing on stage, long tables filled with people in traditional outfits, and a dance floor that's rarely empty. There's live music almost every day of the week, and the energy stays high from the afternoon into the night. Outside the fest hall, the entire town joins in. Shops, restaurants, and breweries offer specials, and the streets stay full of visitors enjoying the celebration. There are parades, carriage rides, and plenty of chances to sample German dishes like schnitzel, bratwurst, and sauerkraut. Even if you're not into beer or dancing, the people watching alone is worth the trip. Oktoberfest in Helen is loud, colorful, and unforgettable. It's the ultimate reason to plan your visit in the fall. That wraps up the best things to do in Helen. Which one is at the top of your list? Drop a comment below and let us know. And before you go, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new adventure. More exciting destinations are just around the corner. So click on the left for our latest video or on the right for a playlist packed with travel inspiration. See you in the next adventure.